Hey, you got Yolanda here with Real Talk with Yolanda. We got AEP coming up. That means annual enrollment period. Check us out. Real Talk with Yolanda, second Sunday, LAPA TV. Yolanda with Real Talk with Yolanda. We got some real talking to do about this Medicare open enrollment coming up in October, so stay tuned. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Real Talk with Yolanda. I am Yolanda. So I'm here because it's that time of the year, or getting close to it, to the Medicare annual enrollment period. That's for all of my great viewers and friends and family that are Medicare eligible. Doesn't matter whether you're 65 and older, disabled and under 65. If you have that red, white, and blue Medicare card, this is what I'm talking to you about. Now, I have one caveat. We're talking mainly about the people that are individuals with Medicare. I'm not discriminating, but we're not totally talking about you, the ones who worked so hard and got benefits from your employer when you retired, okay? You're a little special subject. Most of your benefits are going to come through the employer. So we can talk a little bit about that at another time. But right now, October 15th is coming up upon us very soon. So the annual open enrollment period will be from October 15th through December 7th. Remember those dates, mark them on your calendar. October 15th through December 7th. That is when individuals can change their Medicare prescription drug plan, or you can also change your Medicare Advantage plan. Note, on the bottom here, you'll see this is not Medicare supplement changing time. You have a special time for that. You can do that basically anytime during the year for Medicare supplement, aka Medigap plans. Okay? So put a little mental note, put a little sticky there and say Medicare annual open enrollment period is for those that may want to change their prescription drug plan, or you may want to change your Medicare Advantage plan. So when I come back, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between what's a Medicare supplement and a Medicare Advantage plan.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options. We are Kamaj Entertainment and Fitness.
Welcome back to Real Talk with Yolanda. So we're talking now this time about Medicare annual enrollment period. I said that we're going to talk a little bit about Medicare Advantage plans versus Medicare supplement plans. Well, first of all, when you get that red, white, and blue card, you'll have a Medicare supplement plan to choose from or a Medicare Advantage. What's the difference? Well, there's a pretty big difference. The Medicare supplement plans are designed to fill in the gap. That's why I said it's also known as a Medigap plan. Fill in the gap after Medicare pays its portion. So remember, after the little red, white, and blue card gets submitted and the doctor bills that, the Medicare supplement plan is your secondary. That gets billed to pick up the charges after the doctor bill. Now, here comes some of the complication. That is where you need to talk to, or if you feel confident, you are given options of which type of plan to pick. Now, there's a difference between plans and parts. So remember that. When you look at your Medicare card, it's only saying Part A and Part B. So you're trying to get a plan for a Medigap policy. Those are also letters. That, I feel, is when it gets confusing to people a lot of times when you talk about the plan. So you have an A, B, D, G, L, M, N. Yes, those letters. You notice that I did leave out a C and I left out an F. F like in Frank. That's because there were some changes that took place as of January 1st, 2020. Many of you already know that as of January 1st, 2020, the C and F plans aren't typically available to those who just became eligible for Medicare as of January 1st, 2020. That's when I suggest that you speak with someone that's a little bit more versed in it to guide you through it. If you're thinking about changing up your Medicare or Medigap plan, your Medicare supplement or Medigap plan, speak with someone so they can walk you through it. Okay? That's where someone like myself is available to talk to you and show you exactly where the pieces fall together. When you're eligible for your Medicare supplement, when are you eligible for your prescription drug plan? Those things you want to know. And you want to make sure so that you do not get hit with any penalties. And you want to make sure that you're not putting all their emphasis on one thing and then you turn around and find out that's unaffordable for you. Okay? So what I'm going to say is also now, if you do decide to go with a Medigap or a Medicare supplement, remember that you do have to pick a plan, and the plans have different levels of things that they cover. That's why I say it's important to go through them. Medicare sends out a book. They send out charts. You can look them up on the internet. You can look on CMS website. You can look on Google. Many places. I would say, dare to say, over hundreds of places to actually look at these plans at. But to break it down and make more sense of it on a day-to-day basis, is best to speak to someone that deals with this, that's less licensed to do so. If you get that, you're still missing a part. You're missing that Part D. Remember, I told you there's a difference between parts and plans. So Part D, like in dog, also stands for drugs. Your Part D is your prescription plan. That's where it comes in at during the annual enrollment period. Every year, plans can change. You can be happy with your prescription drug plan. No problems. All your medications can be covered. It's good to go. However, it may be a slight change in what's called the formulary, which is the list of the medications covered by the company. And it could be a change in the different types of things that they cover, the tiers. All right. So we need to talk about that. Of course, the cost of the plan can change as well. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a break right here, and then we're going to come back with a little more info.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
Hey, we're back. Welcome back again to Real Talk with Yolanda. So I'm talking really about Medicare annual enrollment period, your sign-ups, your different parts. Now, right now, we're talking about Part D. And like I said before, the formulary may change, the cost of the plan may change, the plan may not even be in existence anymore come year to year. And none of that information can be told to you till right around the annual enrollment period. So that's why it's kind of important to find out what things are important to you. What do you need? And be kind of willing to change and open to some type of change sometimes, because the companies may make you do it. You may just have to go ahead and change because it's not available. Those things happen from year to year. That's why it's important to always find out. Don't close yourself off to finding out new information. Please don't. All right, so the prescription drug plan is very important to you because there are different tiers available. There are different tiers when it comes to your generic, your preferred generic, your regular generic, your preferred brand, your regular brand, specialty. All of those things are different tiers. If it's not available for you at that particular time, speak to your doctor. If it costs too much, speak to your doctor. That is going to be the first line, as they say, the first line of defense is right there with your provider. Speak to them about an alternative. There may be something that, that they can give you instead of. I dare to say, speak to your insurance broker, such as myself. Give us a call. Say, I just got this prescription. It doesn't look like it's covered, or something may be different. Can you help me try to figure it out? Well, there's a couple of things that I do for some of my clients is we'll check to make sure if it's on the formulary. Second, sometimes you're told that it's a brand name, but actually you've been given the generic when you're going to when you go to the pharmacy to pick it up anyway. So yeah, I may be on Crestor because that's what the doctor wanted me to take was Crestor. But actually for the last 5 years, I've been using the generic for Crestor. So those things happen. That's where we have to talk. We have to pay attention to what it is we're looking at and on the bottle. There's quite a few things. Some of us are better at it than others. But don't be afraid to ask for help. It's something so simple, so small. You're not the only one. So go ahead and ask for a little bit more help. All right. So again, very important. Not only the premium every month, that's what you pay every month to have the plan. It's called a premium. That's important. But what's just as important is if the plan has a deductible. If it has a deductible, because the deductibles have been changing every year of the amount. They have been changing. That's not always the plan. It's regulated also sometimes by Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, CMS. So you want to check to see, has my deductible changed? Maybe I didn't have a deductible last year, but I'm going to have one this year. You got to check. You have to find out what's going on. Your deductible is usually an amount that you pay and out of your own pocket before the insurance will usually pick it up. Now, let's be real about this for a second. If you're going to get an antibiotic, for example, in January, the antibiotic may only cost, the retail value may only be $6. You're not going to pay $200 because that's the deductible. Now I'm using hypothetical as far as the amounts. So if your deductible is $200, the medication may only cost $6. You're not paying $200 for that medication. You're going to pay possibly the $6. It all depends on how your plan is made up. And the reason I say that is because you may have a plan that doesn't have a deductible for generics. So that's a different story. That's why you have to watch your plan. You have to understand it, you have to go for it, and you need an explanation. If you're not sure, ask. So we're going to get into something a little bit more, and we're going to talk a little bit more about copays. Copays are another thing that you have to pay. That comes out of your pocket. That is separate from deductible. That is separate from premiums. Okay? So those things, if you're needing assistance to get help paying for some of those things, again, speak to your plan, speak to your broker, call me. Let's talk about seeing if you're eligible for the low-income subsidy program. That's federal. Let's talk about the DPAP program for here in Delaware, Delaware Prescription Assistance. Or, I know some of you may make a little bit more money than others. Let's talk about manufacturer patient prescription programs. Those are real, and sometimes they really do help. Try it. You never know. So when I come back, we're going to move on to Medicare Advantage.
We are Kamaj Entertainment and Fitness.
Hey, welcome back. You're watching once again, Real Talk with Yolanda. I'm so glad you're tuning in today to talk with me and listen to me talk a little bit more about Medicare annual enrollment period. So far we've learned a lot. We've talked about a lot. It's a lot to kind of absorb, and it's a lot more to go into, and we don't go into individuality. So it's a lot more to talk about and go into for individuals. That's why I'm a licensed broker, and I'm able to talk with you a little bit more about some of these things on an individual basis. So feel free, reach out. Let's talk about it and get that knowledge that we need. We always have to be more knowledgeable. All right? So let's talk a little bit about Medicare Advantage plans. They are big. That is what's called the Part C. C as in cat. Part C. Now, Part C. C for complete. That's how we would describe a Medicare Advantage plan. That's how I describe a Medicare Advantage plan anyway. Medicare Advantage plans are private company plans that are authorized by Medicare to offer them to us for another option. So instead of having a Medicare supplement plan where you separately pay for Medicare supplement or Medigap plan, and then you separately pay for your prescription drug plan, you have a Part C plan, a Medicare Advantage, which is going to include your hospital Part A, your medical Part B, and your prescription Part D. Now that's most of the time. Most Medicare Advantages do offer a Part D. There are some, so don't think that is weird if you see or hear one that doesn't offer a prescription drug plan, because it is possible. So now, remember, a Medicare Advantage plan can also charge you a premium per month. A premium is what you pay in order to have the plan. You usually have your Medicare Part B, B as in boy, premium, your Medicare Part B premium is automatically deducted from your Social Security check, or you send it in yourself, whichever the forms of payment are. That's usually already done. You don't usually send your Medicare Part B premium to the insurance company. Okay? So we remember that. That's a good thing. You will also, when we're talking about, well, what will I have to pay? You may have to pay a deductible. It depends. There are some companies that require you to pay a deductible only if you go out of network. There are some that have a deductible regardless. Those are things that you have to check. Again, that's the reason why you would contact a person like myself, a broker, so that we can go over it with you. And we would go over the summary of benefits. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk to you about the summary of the benefits for the plans that you choose, the companies that you want to find out about. You want to know, we should have the answers for you. All right? So we can go over a few more things on Medicare Advantage. We have the premiums, may have one, may not have one. Deductible, may have one, may not have one. Copays, more than likely, there will be copays. All right, that becomes something that people tend to want to know about, the copays. Well, let's just say this, copays can change once again every year. So again, it's important for you to contact someone or find out what is going on with your plan for the upcoming year. This is why I say, don't put your books in the mail and stuff like that that you get from the insurance company under the coffee table, in the other basket, or just throw them out because it's too much paper. Look at it. Check it out. There's usually an evidence of coverage that's sent to you before open enrollment so that you can look at it, determine what's going to change in your plan. And when you get it, call someone. Call. Get the information. That's what I want you to do. Let's talk about it. And let's be real about it. Because, of course, this is Real Talk with Yolanda. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk real about what's going on with our benefits. Okay. So we did a whole lot of talking. A whole lot of listening. But I do want to listen to you. So give me a call. And that way we can do a little bit more talking about the summary of benefits for the different plans that are coming up for 2021. Now, let's recap a little bit. We talked about prescription drug plans. We know that prescription drug plans can change every year. That's why it's important during the annual enrollment period, October 15th through December 7th, that you check things out and decide on if you want to change anything at all. If you don't, you stay with it. You don't do anything. You don't sign up any other paperwork. There's nothing else for you to do. You stay as you are. If it's available, that's all you have to do. If you want to change, then you would complete an application to do some changing. And that new plan will go into effect on January 1st. So that's why it's important for you to get this information, to make your decisions, and call. Let's find out what's going on. And make sure you call early so that you can get an appointment in early with anyone and everyone. Okay? So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back, and we're going to see what else we're going to talk about.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options.
Welcome back. So we've talked a whole lot about the Medicare annual enrollment period coming up. I'm going to remind you once again, October 15th through December 7th, that is when you're able to make any changes. That is when you'll do your comparisons. It could take you a little bit of time to go over some things. If you have a long list of medications, it may take a little time. I'm going to ask you this. Be patient. Don't try to rush the comparison, because when you try to rush things, there are things that are left out. And I say this to you because I hate to see that when it gets to the summertime, it gets to the 9th month of the year, people start getting into a problem and running into an issue with the medications that they're currently taking because you rush through. You rush through the whole appointment. So be patient. Ask your questions. Don't be afraid of a piece of paper and a pen to write it down and send it to the person and answer the question for you, okay? So let's really be real about it. It's going to take you a little bit of time out of your day to go through your information. This is for you, so it is important that you take care of your business. Now, also during the same time, we have a lot of stuff going on. This is an election year. We have a lot of elections going on here in the state of Delaware during this time. We've got our primary coming up on September 15th. We've got our general election coming up. I believe that's November 3rd. Be sure to vote and be sure to pay attention. Don't just vote for somebody because, oh, I remember them when they were just a little kid, or my cousin's brother's friend went to school with them and they said they were a nice guy or a nice lady. Be sure they're going to look out for your interest. Your vote is important. Okay, so that's very important to say, for me to say, and for me to acknowledge, because when it comes to actually doing things with insurance, it's a very big thing that affects every part of our lives from the day to day. And here in Delaware, we have to vote and we have to pay attention. We want to make sure that people are knowledgeable about what's going on in that office of insurance commissioner, and that they're looking out for our best interest. Don't try to snow us. Look out for our best interests. That's what we want to do. People, get out there and vote. We have so many different avenues. And if you're not sure on how to do it, you can contact someone. You can put it out there. And you know what? Most of us have it on YouTube, which is on most of your phones. So check us out. And I want to thank you once again for tuning in to Real Talk with Yolanda. It was great for you to let me talk to you.
YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options. YSM Insurance. Let us help to put the pieces together. Have you been thinking about Medicare insurance coverage? Life is full of important decisions, but you don't have to make this one alone. YSM Insurance. We would be happy to meet with you one-on-one to discuss your needs. Please contact us at 302-229-6376. YSM Insurance for your Medicare options. We are Kamaj Entertainment and Fitness.